Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of August 10th, 2016. A ton of stuff this week, so I'm going to get right into it. A lot of stuff. First up, we have Action Comics number 961. This Dan Jurgens story with Doomsday has been really cool, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it pans out. Next up, we have The Adventures of Archer and Armstrong, number 6. This is going to be the make or break one, whether or not I keep getting this. The last issue that we got shorted, but I finally read with Faith, and Archer date was pretty cool. But not too keen on the new stuff. Next up is a big title from DC, and that is All-Star Batman number 1 by Scott Snyder. Unfortunately, artwork from J. Romano Jr. is on there, so yeah, we'll see how it goes with that. There's a bunch of different covers. I'll get to those in a little bit. Next up is a new rebirth from DC, and that is Deathstroke Rebirth number 1. Curious to check it out and see what it is. Deathstroke's been okay. In the couple of volumes we've gotten since New 52. So I personally haven't been buying them, but I'll figure I'd pick this one up to see if it catches my interest. Next up is Batman Detective Comics number 938. This has just been a really solid title. I'm curious to see how everything is panning out with Batwoman's father kind of having this army of Batmen around. So we'll see. Next up is one for the kiddos, and that's Disney Pixar's Finding Dory number 2. I actually was able to, there were like short little comic stories in this, so that was nice to as reading material for the kids before bedtime. So I'm looking forward to reading that to them. Next up, we have one for my daughter, Disney Princess number 5. We have not read any of them, probably because it's one of those ones where you have to read it like this, and that sucks. Disney, Joe Comics, or Joe Books, what are you thinking? That's just ridiculous. Do it normal. Jeez. Then next up we have Earth 2 Society number 15. I don't know if this is the last issue for this series, but Earth 2 Society has been okay. Not as good as the Earth 2 that came out of New 52, or earlier in New 52, but I have been enjoying it. So next up is Flash number 4. Yes, I know, a lot of these titles are already on issue 4s. Been enjoying The Flash. It's been good stuff. I'm curious to see what goes on, especially now that a lot of people have these, have speed powers. Next up is The Flintstones number 2. Enjoyed the first issue, so I'm going to give issue 2 a try. It's cool to kind of read about some Hanna-Barbera characters. Even though I wasn't big in Hanna-Barbera when I was younger, it's still nice to kind of, check it out as you're older. Next up we have Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 2. The first few for the Rebirth title and the number 1 were pretty good, so I'm going to check those out. Hopefully it's good. Next up we have New Superman number 2. First issue was okay. I'm curious to see where they go with it, but it's definitely one of those ones that's probably on the bottom of my list for me not getting anymore. Issue 1 was okay, but it didn't really wow me, so see what happens with issue 2. Next up is Ninjak 18. Looks like we start a new story arc, The Fist and Steel. Ninjak has been really good. I've really enjoyed it. It's one of the solid titles from Valiant, and I do get a lot of Valiant books, but they're really good. So hey, at least that works out. Next up, we have Red Hood and the Outlaws number 1. The Rebirth issue was pretty good, so I'm going to check it out. I'm not too sure about the team, but we'll see how that pans out. The team really didn't show up in the first issue, so yeah, so we'll see how issue 1 goes. Next up is a book that has a lot of hype behind it. Well, not really a lot of hype. There's a lot of hype going on right now about it, and that's Suicide Squad Most Wanted. This is 1 of 6 for the El Diablo and Boomerang arc. The first one with Deadshot and Katana I really enjoyed, so I'm looking forward to checking out this one. Yes, I know Suicide Squad. I will talk a little bit about it. Next up we have Superwoman number 1. I'm really curious to see what this is and what it entails. We haven't really had a Superwoman in a long time in the DC universe, so I'm curious to see who it is and how she comes about, and so on and so forth. And then finally on the pull list is Wonder Woman number 4. We're on the past cycle story, so this is the stuff set in the past. So we'll see how it is. I've been enjoying Rucka's stuff on it, so yeah, good stuff. Then there's a bunch of variants this week. I will actually show you the ginormously large stack I got. Yes, I know, I'm a sucker for variants. I should just end my life now because I just got it for the cover. But we'll go through them. First up is the variant for Action Comics, number 961. That's Gary Frank. Cool looking. I like that one. Then All-Star Batman had 5 variants. I only got 3. Well, 5 covers. I only got 3 out of the 4 extra covers. One was a J. Ramada Jr. that, although inked very well, I just wasn't. I don't know. I might get it down the road if it's cheap. We have the Jacques one, which is pretty cool. Then we got one. I think it's Seeley. I don't know who it is. It was the artist. Put that one there. And then, of course, we have the wonderful All-Star Batman blank variant. Of course, the Deathstroke Rebirth had the one where they're on the logo, so I had to snag up that one. Detective Comics had its own for 938. Pretty cool right there. Flash 4 had one that's like Vertigo, like, oh my gosh, I was like, what's going on? So, I like the Flintstones one. It's a, I don't know who it is, but it's pretty cool. It's a nice, Fred and, I don't know, Wilma dancing. Cool stuff. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. I don't know. I got this one, but it's just not too impressive. So, we'll see. New Superman had one, of course, and so I snagged that one up. Red Hood and the Outlaws, again, another one for Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 1. Again, I'm not sure about the whole, I think it's Artemis and Artemis or something, and Bizarro. We'll see. Suicide Squad Most Wanted had 2 covers. One was for Boomerang and one was for El Diablo. So El Diablo is the next one. Superwoman has a really cool one, and if you're curious about Superwoman, I would highly recommend trying to snag this one too when you get the regular cover. But it's Terry Dotson's kind of homage cover with her lifting a vehicle. And then, of course, there is the Wonder Woman one from Frank Cho that apparently somebody just didn't want to color. Who knows? And a very special variant came in this week. It's funny because this is a variant I've wanted ever since I've seen it, and I was going to have to order it online, but we were able to swap some books for it, and so I actually got a copy of the Guillem March Harley Quinn number 1 variant cover from Comics Extreme. We swapped some books with them, so I snagged up my copy. If you are in the area, we do have them on sale tomorrow. They are $9.99 a piece, so you should come down and snag one. We also got a couple of the sketch one where it's not colored and stuff. We have some of those. Those are $19.99. So if you come down to the shop, we were able to procure some of those. I'm hoping that other shops who did the store exclusive variant covers want to do this kind of swap thing with us. That way we can, get rid of some of ours, get some new ones, and hopefully cycle some to our customers. I'm excited about it. I'm just hoping I can get a couple of the other variants that are out there. I should probably post a list of the ones I want on my blog. Yeah, I'll get to that one day. Alright, it did get a couple graphic novels. First one up is Invisible Republic Volume 2. I read the first volume and it was amazing. I can't wait to see what happens in this one. But good stuff. It's kind of like a political, kind of futuristic kind of world. Yeah, really enjoyed it. And then I'm blindsided by this coming out, but of course that's because I don't really pay attention to what's coming out a lot of the time. And that is the Teen Titans Earth 1 Volume 2 by Jeff Lemire. The first one I think a lot of people missed out on, and if you get a chance, go snag a copy of Teen Titans Earth 1 Volume 1. Really good stuff from Lemire. Really good Teen Titans. story that he told. So I'm really, really excited to read Volume 2. But those Earth 1 books have been really, really great original graphic novels that have come out. So if you have not yet checked them out, I highly, highly recommend the Batman, the Superman, the Wonder Woman, and the Teen Titans. They are all fantastic books and great, great reads. All right, moving on to the read list. The read list is kind of tiny this week, but, you know, hey, that's how it goes. First up, we have The Accused, #1 from Marvel. It's the war stuff. I'm going to check it out. Next one is the big one coming out from Jonathan Hickman. People are excited for, and that's Black Monday Murders. It's a really, really thick book, but, you know, of course, thick book makes it $5. But I'm curious to see how that entails. Curious to see if he can finish it. There's a couple of Hickman titles out there that he hasn't finished, and it's really annoying. Next up is Old Man Logan, #10, part 2 of the last Ronin story. I really enjoyed the first one, and I've been really enjoying Old Man Logan, so I highly recommend that title, and you should check it out. If you do shop with us at Comics Conspiracy, do know that we got most of our copies came in damaged, so we won't have that out for sale until we get replacements. So this week we were technically shorted. I just took a copy to show you guys that it came out and to read it and all that wonderful stuff. Next up we have Star Wars Darth Vader, #24. Almost to the end, people. Next issue is the last. Darth Vader's just been a really, really good book. I can't wait for a nice collection of Kieran Gillen's stuff. It's just, Vader's been really, really good. And yeah, it's sad to see it end, his run end, but I really wish they would keep going with issue 26 instead of just canceling it outright. So yeah. Next up is another great title, and that is Vision by Tom King, issue 10. If you have not read Vision, I highly, highly recommend you track down the first trade and get caught up, because it's super, super good stuff. There's a few books that I wasn't able to check out yet. Hopefully I'll be able to check them out later this week. And that's Daredevil #10, Scarlet Witch #9, Spider-Man 2099. On the independent side, there is a Black Eyed Kids, or BEK, #5, Empress #5, which I think I missed issue 4. I'm not sure. And then House of Penance #5, which I know I missed issue 4, but I've been enjoying House of Penance. So yeah. So yeah, that's it for the pull list. I want to take a moment here to let you guys know what's going on with me. I've moved out and I'm separated from my wife. I've come to a point in my life with, well, it's not me, but it is me, but it isn't. My wife has some problems. Those problems have caused a lot of mistrust, and it puts me in a position where I have to look out for what's best for myself and my children. It's a difficult thing to talk about with you guys, because I do care for my wife, but she is not in her right frame of mind due to drugs. She has a lot of she's had physical problems. Her health is an issue and her mental health is an issue, but she's compounded that with a drug problem. And yeah, I can't help her right now, and that it hurts, but I have to look out for myself and my children. I want my children to have their mother in their lives, but right now she is not being a good mother, that hurts me, and it hurts them. So that's why the videos have been a little off for the past couple weeks. I moved out, and I've moved back in with my mother, and I'm getting the kids kids are going to have rooms of their own for the first time, and so I'm really excited about that. If Brody wants, I will see if he wants to do a video tour of his new room once we finish it. But I do appreciate all your guys' kind words in the comments and stuff like that. Everyone says I'm going to get through it, and I believe I am. But when you're in it, it's very hard to see the end, which you always hope for the best, but sometimes that's not the case. So yeah, so a lot of stuff going on. Proud dad moment though, my son will start kindergarten next week, so I have to go down and do the what is it called, the proof of residency thing, and get some stuff together. So yeah, really excited to see him on his first day of kindergarten. Yeah, so that's it for this this video. Sorry I took a moment there. I just wanted to let you guys know kind of what's going on with me. I'm still going to try and get the videos out to you. I know a Loot Crate's coming up soon, so I'm going to get that video up with Brody. But yeah, so that's it for this week. Please, again, like, share, subscribe to the video, leave comments down below. I like seeing what you guys are picking up, your opinions and all that stuff. It's nice to engage in a dialogue. I'm probably going to be having a contest pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, there was no episode, or we didn't record an episode of Comics Conspiracy this evening due to Ryan having huge allergy problems. Marshall and I had to take care of books for the day. We were there for a long time because there was a lot of junk and stuff didn't work right. So hopefully by the end of the week we'll get an episode recorded. If not, we'll have an extra long episode next week on my birthday. Yes, August 16th is creeping up and I'm going to be 37. Yeesh. So yeah, so you can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. Again, if you want to get one of our exclusive variants for Harley Quinn, number one, the Comics Conspiracy one, go to comicsconspiracy.biz and you can find out how to get that there, either through eBay, Amazon, or directly through the store. Yeah, I'm kind of a little out of it because I'm tired tonight and I need to just get some stuff done before bed. So I think I'm going to sign off now, and I'll see you next week.